Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So like I said in the end of my last video, I really didn't plan on splitting this favorites video into two parts. I just felt like it was going to be better that way because it was so long just by the first part that I had edited, and when I was in the middle of editing it, I decided to go ahead and just cut it in half, upload one part yesterday and one part today. So that's what I'm doing. I just wanted to hop on here and let you guys know that. I'm just going to pick up right where I left off at the end of the last video because honestly I didn't plan on doing that. So there's no like, I didn't mention it or anything. So it's just going to pick up right where it left off. And yeah, let's go ahead and get back into the video. So moving on to highlight, which I believe I have the most to talk about in the highlighter category. So I'm going to start off with the single highlights and then I have three palette highlighters to talk about. So the first one is the Milani Strobelight highlighter, and this one is an Afterglow. It is what I have on today as my highlighter. I just really love this. It's very nice. I haven't tried any of the other shades from Milani, but this one is just like my perfect shade. This one is amazing. I feel like these were talked about a little bit this past year. They have a good range for different skin tones as well, so I think that's amazing. I feel like that's really hard to find in a lot of different products with a lot of different brands right now. So the fact that they have so many different ones of these is pretty good, and it's drugstore, so it's affordable. The next one I have to talk about is the Essence Pure Nude highlighter. And this one is in Be My Highlight. I feel like this isn't talked about enough. I don't remember who was talking about this, but someone put it in like their underrated products video, and I have to completely agree that this is totally an underrated product. I don't use a lot of Essence because I'm completely honest, a lot of their products aren't that amazing to me. It is a more affordable highlight. It's down here. It's more on the golden side of highlighters, but it is super nice, and this can be very natural, but it can be built up to be very blinding. I absolutely love this highlighter. It's super affordable. One of the very few things that I like from Essence, but it is super underrated, and I kind of hope they don't get rid of it. And I love the packaging on it. I feel like it's nice, sleek packaging, so I really like that as well. This next one is the Wet n Wild MegaGlo highlighting powder. This one is in Precious Petals. I believe this is one of the first ones that they released of their highlighters. I'm kind of excited to try some more. This specific one was talked about a lot, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. The Wet n Wild highlighters are just so pretty. Oh, the highlights are like really blinding everything out. But it's this one right here. There you go. This one right here, if you can see it, right below the Essence one, and then right above that is the Milani one, and then the blush that I swatched. So these are super beautiful, and I can surprisingly get away with it on my skin tone. It depends on what foundation I'm wearing that day, because sometimes my foundations are a little darker than what they should be. So if I'm wearing a little bit of a darker foundation, I can definitely get away with that. But I feel like for lighter skin tones, this one's not going to work very well. But they just released more, so I'm pretty sure they have lighter ones in this. So yeah, definitely check out the Wet n Wild highlighters. So the first highlight palette I have to talk about is the Smashbox and Casey Holmes collab. This is the Spotlight palette in Pearl. I have not yet tried the other one, which I believe is a gold one. I love all the shades in these. They are so perfect, super amazing for my skin tone. They're super pigmented. They're not too glittery. That's another thing I was going to mention. All of these highlights are not glittery highlights, except for in the next palettes I'm going to talk about. I don't really like super glittery highlights. I like ones that are going to give me nice glow and not just glitter on the face. There is one highlight in this palette that is super glittery, but it's meant to like amp up your highlight. So those are the three, if you can see them. They are super pretty. The next two I have to talk about are two of the glow kits from Anastasia. The first one is the Sugar Glow Kit. This one is pretty recent. I believe it is a pretty recent release as well. But these glow kits are amazing. This one in particular is beautiful. I really love butterscotch. It's a very nice and golden color. Marshmallow is really pretty as well, and I love that it's gumdrop and Starburst have like a nice shift in them, especially Gumdrop. It's super pretty. Just look at all of them. Swatching all of these on my hand and holding them close to the camera, they all kind of look like I'm showing you the same highlighters over and over and over again, but I'm not, I swear. The Anastasia Glow Kit highlights are super buttery and creamy. This one is not too glittery. It is a little bit more glittery than some of the other ones, but it's not just pure glitter on your face. It is a lot of glow on your face as well. So they are really super gorgeous, and I think they are definitely worth the money. I've been mixing one of the highlights from this, Butterscotch from this, and then the next one I have to talk about is the Nicole Guerriero Glow Kit, which this is the first glow kit I have tried from Anastasia. I absolutely love Nicole Guerriero. I've watched her for so many years. It's insane. I was so excited when she announced that she was doing a glow kit with Anastasia. I was like, you know what, I have to try their glow kits now. So this was the first one I bought. And I do have a dedicated video for this glow kit. I actually have a tutorial using this glow kit as well. So I hope nothing got cut off because my battery died on my camera, so I had to switch to my phone. But I was just talking about the Nicole Guerriero collab with Anastasia. This has been one of my go-to highlight palettes this year. I have a tutorial swatch video when I first got it. Tutorial using Daydream right here is a very pretty orange shade for summer. I absolutely love it, and I still love putting this on my eyes when I want something brighter. Forever Young is my go-to highlight shade though. It is just absolutely beautiful, and these are just highlights for when you want to glow your heart out. Unfortunately, this isn't sold anymore, but hopefully Anastasia will bring it back. I think they brought it back for like their Black Friday sale. So before I move on to the eyes, I think I finished with everything for the face. So before I move on to the eyes, I have two tools to mention. The first one is a sponge. This one is dirty, don't judge it please, and this is not wet because I didn't use it today, so it is kind of tiny. This is not a beauty blender. This is actually the Ulta Beauty brand beauty sponge. They do have different shape sponges, but I do not like any of the other shapes. I absolutely love this one. This is obviously more of like a beauty blender looking dupe. This is pretty tiny, but like I said, it's pretty much completely dry. But this does get nice and big and nice and soft and fluffy. It's not too hard or anything like that. I just bought the Morphe one that I'm trying out. I used it for the first time today and I liked it. I think I still prefer this one, but I really do love this one, and unfortunately they don't sell this one individually. I know for the summer collection they did sell them individually, but they don't normally, so I pick them up whenever I can get them individually. I absolutely love this and recommend this one, not any of the other ones, just this one. The next one is 100% because of Laura Lee. This is the Morphe Y6 brush. I absolutely hated applying foundation with brushes before I tried this brush. Actually, right before I bought this brush, what did I do with it? What did I do with it? Right before I bought this brush, I actually bought this Ulta brand buffing brush to try for foundation, and I absolutely hated it. And then right after I got this one, I bought this, and I absolutely love this one. I don't know what it is about this brush, but it just blends everything out so flawlessly. There's not any streaks on your face. It just looks so nice. I actually need to order some more of these just to have extras because I only have one, and I use it with all my different foundations, so I really love it. All the foundations I've tried it with, I loved it with. I love it with my stick foundations, my Wet n Wild ones. I want to do eyeshadow palettes last, so I'm going to do eyeliner first. I only have two to mention. I have the NYX Retractable Eyeliner and then the Radial Smokey Eye Pen. These are amazing. Then they're super creamy and they're super black, and they last really long on my waterline, and I feel like they don't really come out to the side. They do if I wear them for like a ridiculous amount of time, but they're just so nice. One's affordable, one is not. This I believe is like 20 something dollars or maybe 30. I absolutely love them though. Like I said, they're just super creamy, super pigmented black, and I absolutely love them and recommend at least trying one of them. I do actually prefer the Radial one over the NYX one, but I try not to use it that often because I feel like it's a ridiculous price to pay for an eyeliner. So I try to use the NYX one more. I only have one liquid eyeliner to mention, and this is the Too Faced collab with Candy Johnson, the I Want Candy Black Licorice Candy Liner. And what I absolutely love about this one is it dries matte, number one, and number two, the applicator, like the wand right here is nice and it's not too long, it's not too short, and then the actual applicator, it's like the slanted one. It's not like a brush tip, it's a felt tip slanted applicator, and it just makes applying things so close to your lash line easy. I don't really do wings, so I don't really know how it does with wings, but I know it's so easy to get a really nice and fine line with this. Two eyeliners. I have two mascaras to mention. This first one I just have a sample size of. I need to pick up a full size. Again, this is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I absolutely love this one. The wand on it is just so nice. It really separates my lashes, and I actually like it when it kind of dries out a little bit more. I feel like it looks a little bit more nicer than like a fresh tube. I know a lot of people don't like this because they feel like it clumps too much, but I feel like if you overdo it, yes, it will start clumping, but I really love this. I love the way it looks on my lashes. I wish I had a more affordable mascara to share with you guys for upper lashes, but I don't because I purged a lot of my mascaras with my cruelty-free clean out. For my bottom lashes, I do have another one. This one is an affordable one, but I don't like it on top lashes. I just like it for my bottom. This is the Ulta Beauty brand Legendary Lynx Mascara, and this one, it is a little bit more liquidy, but I had a favorite lower lash mascara that got given away in the purge, so this is what this one looks like. It really gets in there and separates and lengthens the bottom lashes, and it just looks amazing. I don't like the way it looks on top lashes, but for bottom lashes it's absolutely amazing. I do wish Ulta mascaras weren't so expensive for a drugstore brand. I feel like Ulta is more expensive on the drugstore side. So next, I'm just going to quickly run through some of my favorite false lashes. I don't wear false lashes that often, and when I did, these were just my go-tos. I'm just going to really quickly run through them. I'm not going to talk too much about them. The first ones I have to talk about are the Tarte's Pro lashes in Little Black Dress. I was pleasantly surprised that Tarte lashes were so affordable. They were only $12. These are super natural pear. I really like these for lighter lash days, and they're super easy to apply because it is a thinner lash band because it's a thinner lash. These are the only Tarte lashes I've tried, and I really want to buy more of them because these were so amazing and easy to apply. The next two are two of the Nicole Guerriero collabs with Eyelure. I only have these two. I haven't tried her nighttime ones, and excuse the nasty lash bands on these because I haven't cleaned them yet. But this one is her daytime one, her wispy daytime ones. I really like the way these look on, but these are a little too difficult for me to apply, mostly because I don't wear lashes often, and it is actually a thicker band. And then I have her faux mink one that they released, which, oh my gosh, guys, I absolutely love these. Out of all the lashes I'm talking about, these are my absolute favorite one. They look so beautiful on the eyes, and I really wish I could be wearing them right now. But yeah, these are just absolutely amazing. I forgot to mention this when I was talking about my face products. I do have two setting sprays. The first one is the Patrice Prime and Fine Multi-Talent Fixing Spray. This is actually the second bottle that I've gone through, or I'm almost through with. The scent of this is just so nice, and normally I don't like scented things in my sprays or in foundations or anything in general, but this has a really nice scent to it, and I feel like it gives a very nice finish to the makeup. It really melts everything together and makes everything look flawless. And Catrice is a pretty good brand for what I've tried of them. Next, of course, I'm not going to talk too much about this, but the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. This is just amazing, really nice for this, like, looks good on the skin. It really melts makeup well together at the end of makeup. It really preps the skin really nice for makeup. So I really do love this. Okay, so the next products that I want to talk about are eye palettes. I'm just going to run through them kind of quickly because I feel like they were mentioned a little bit. Like, pretty much all this stuff was mentioned by a lot of people this year, so that's why I'm not really talking too much about it, but these were just my go-tos for this past year, so that's why I point of the video. The first one I have sitting on top right here is the Too Faced I Want Candy palette collab with Candy Johnson. First off, packaging. I love the packaging. I love how on the back, instead of like the shade colors, they have like little chocolate pictures with the shade names. And I just absolutely love this. When this came out and I bought it, I was really into orange eyeshadows, and I really still am, but I just can't put any on my eyes. So butterscotch and sweet toffee were go-tos when I first bought this. And also, I love the two matte cream shades. I love that they give you a banana one and a more white bone one. I love mixing the two to set things down on my eyes. I love it. I really love this for more natural eyeshadow days. And you can't get too many different looks out of this, but I feel like it's just so nice and so well put together, and the names are so cute. And this was the first Too Faced eye palette I've tried. The shades are really pigmented. They're not the most creamiest eyeshadows that I've ever tried, but I really love Candy Johnson, and I love, love, love this palette, and I use it so much. The next palette I have to mention is an Ulta palette. Now, the Ulta palettes are kind of pricey. They are $20 palettes. None of the other ones really stuck out to me except this one. I have a dedicated video when I bought this, because when I first bought it, this gray color right here was like really speaking to me with a blue eyeliner. So I made a video. I'll have everything linked in below if I have a video for it. This is their matte neutrals palette. This is just amazing to have. If like, you can find any type of matte shade in here, like any transition shade, setting bone colors. I love it because it has the like burgundy shades. It has a nice pigmented black in it. This gray, I feel like you don't see a lot in other palettes, so I really like that. This is just good to have. It's very universal. If you can't find a good crease shade or something like that in some of your other palettes, I feel like this is just nice to have because you can get any mattes from it that you want. It's amazing. So these next ones I'm going to talk about as a group. The one I use the most is this one on top, but for the most part, I'm just going to group them together. These are the three Anastasia ones. I have the Modern Renaissance, Subculture, and the Prism palette. Of course, this one is an all-time favorite, the Modern Renaissance. This was has always been a very amazing product ever since it came out. Very hyped up. I really love it. I wanted to just group the Subculture and Prism palettes in here because the Prism one I didn't use a whole lot after I bought it and made the video, but I do really love it. And I think Anastasia palettes are amazing. I think that people were just kind of disappointed with both of these palettes. And honestly, I agree with, who did I hear say it? Rach Loves, when she was doing her palette declutter, said she was keeping the Subculture one, and she's probably the only person. I promise you, girl, you are not the only one. I think this is an amazing palette, and the Prism one, and I feel like both of these have colors in them that I wouldn't really use, so it kind of makes me step out of my comfort zone a little bit. And I honestly think the Modern Renaissance has a good amount of fallout with it. Just people like that one more. I feel like it's not as much, but these are very soft packed eyeshadows. They're super creamy, and I feel like I don't have a lot of trouble blending them out. So I think these are both amazing palettes. I feel like I said, they're really good if you want to step out of your comfort zone, even though for the most I've used the Subculture one for isn't really too crazy of looks. But I mean, they do have some really nice bright shades in here if you kind of want to start experimenting with color a little bit more. And this one was a holiday one, so I know it's not going to be out. I don't even know if it's still out, but I really do absolutely love it. And I do love the Subculture one. So the last palette I have to mention is actually going to be a good transition into lip products. It is the Ulta Beauty collab with Melissa Michelle. Let me put that back in there. I love this. I have two dedicated videos about this palette. I have been watching Melissa Michelle for a very long time, and I was so excited when she announced this collab. The blush in it is amazing. The highlight in it is amazing. All the shadows are amazing. The lip color I still wear. I absolutely love it. I will link these videos down below. I have a swatch video, a tutorial video. I have everything that you want to know about this palette. I'll have them linked down below. Definitely go check those videos out. I know my Ulta is still carrying this. They never have a whole lot in stock, or at least they never have a whole lot out. So I believe this is still carried in Ulta right now. Definitely try to get your hands on it, especially if you want to try some Ulta Beauty products. I think this is a good like kind of starter for it because you get to try their eyeshadows, blushes, highlights. Now I actually honestly think the highlight in this is better than the Ulta single highlights. I'm just throwing that out there. This is a really nice blush, and Ulta doesn't really have a lot of matte blushes in their collection. And the eyeshadows, the mattes are amazing. These like metallics, super beautiful. It's just an amazing, well-rounded palette, and I was so happy when she came out with this. And like I said, I'll link the videos in the description box down below. Definitely go check them out. I'm just gonna show you my favorite colors from my favorite brands that I love this year. I don't know what it is about this past year. I was really into deep lip colors all year round. Like even before, I started wearing them more in the winter time, but all year round, even during the summer, deeper lip colors was like always on my lips. I mean, I wear whatever colors, whatever time of the year, but I wear more deeper ones in winter. But all this past year, that's all I had on my lips. Actually, what I have on my lips right now is one of these NYX slip teases. I have Bang Bang on, which is this one right here, which is really gorgeous. This is actually one of my favorites for this past year. And then I also have the one in Fire Dancer. This one is a little bit more red compared to the one that I have on. These are just so amazing. Now, these are lip oils, I believe, are what they marketed them as. Yeah, full color lip oils. So they're pretty much like a lip cream. They're gonna have more pigment in them than their soft matte lip creams do. And they also have more wear than their soft matte lip creams do as well. They don't dry completely matte because they are, like I said, lip creams. They're not liquid lipsticks. They are really comfortable, really pigmented. The next brand I want to talk about, just briefly because it's kind of a newer brand to me, the Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks. This one, okay. This specific one I started talking about in one of my last holiday tutorials, and I could not figure out how to pronounce it. The name is Mondays, like Monday the day, but it's Mondays, D-A-Z-E. And I could not for the life of me figure it out. And then when I was editing that video, I was like, oh, they're gonna think I'm so dumb. But yeah, I really love this shade. It is a very nice, deep brick color almost. The wear of these is really good. They're actually surprisingly comfortable. They're not too dry. They're not like on your lips. They feel really nice. This is actually my favorite color from the 3 that I bought. Like I said, I've been really into the deeper ones this past year. So I really love this and the formula of this. The next ones I have to talk about, which should be no surprise at all, are the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuits. I just pulled 3 of my favorite colors, which I find hilarious that this one right here is like similar to these and like to this. Like, I'm telling you, this is like my shade. I love these types of shades. But I've talked about the Wet n Wild formula a lot on my channel this past year. This is the most amazing liquid lipstick formula I have ever tried, and they're less than $5. Depending on where you buy them, sometimes they're right at $5. But these are like my 3 favorite shades. This one I love during the summertime. This one is Nudist Peach. It's just a nice peachy orangish shade. I've noticed the lighter shades, they're a little bit more patchier than the deeper shades, but they build up really nicely. This next one is in Give Me Mocha, which I absolutely love. The next one is actually my all-time favorite liquid catsuit color. This one is in Rebel Rose. This is my go-to if I don't know what to wear on a day for like liquid lipstick and I really feel like wearing something. This is what I go for. It's just a very nice rosy purple color, and it is amazing, super comfortable. They last really long on the lips. Okay, and that is actually it for this video. Those were all of my favorite makeup products that are my go-to ones in 2017. I'm really excited for makeup in 2018. 2017 was such a big year for makeup in general. So many releases. It really blew up this past year, and I'm so excited about that. I feel like it's just such an amazing thing that people that even if they're not professional makeup artists, like just people like me that are just really passionate about makeup and really love makeup, that there's just so many new things coming out, so many affordable things that are just amazing quality. And it just goes to show you don't have to spend a ton of money on makeup just to find amazing products. I know a good amount of products that I showed today were higher end products, but I mean, it's all personal preference. I love high-end and drugstore makeup. It's all really amazing. I do have some drugstore products I prefer over high-end products, and some high-end products I prefer over drugstore. But I mean, it's just whatever you like, and it's just, that's the amazing thing about this past year. So much was released, so many new things just were put out there, drugstore and high-end, for people to try, and you could really just try so many different things and really find something that you absolutely love. So I think that is so amazing, and I'm really excited for makeup brands in 2018. I don't think I have anything else to say, except I hope everybody has an amazing new year and you make the best of this new year. So I really hope you guys have a great new year and you accomplish everything you want to this year. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye guys.